Oh, look at that. That's right. My great return to YouTube. All it took is an Amazon strike to make it happen. Let's see here. Hello, hello. It's my first time trying to stream on YouTube. Yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch. I've been basically just streaming on Twitch for the past 4 years. This is just a short little stream to test. The real stream is gonna be tonight at 8. I might start it at 8 instead of 9. Hey, Land Shark. How's it going? So right now I'm working on making global animations, because right now spell animations can only play on specific targets as opposed to like animations that cover a whole screen. So if I already made a few improvements to let animations overlap one another. So when an animation shoots like a volley of fireballs, instead of each fireball flying, hitting an enemy, and then the second one, and then the third one, they'll kind of shoot one after another and hit enemies sort of not simultaneously, but, you know, kind of staggered. Include enemies, include friends. Okay. I only very vaguely heard about all this. Basically only heard about it through memes on Twitter, and I haven't actually looked up the actual story yet. So I don't even know. I just noticed a bunch of people suddenly talking about Area 51 with no context. Target friends. Oh, I should probably... Oh yeah, I'll probably need to tweak the on-screen chat to include... yeah, to be a little different for when I'm streaming to YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, there's probably a way to add another... Yeah, to change the chat here so that it grabs from YouTube, but... Yeah, I was kind of a quick... I kind of set this up quickly without really going too deep into... Oh, anim target. There it is. So where do I use anim targets? Okay, it's in anim moment. Okay, I need to make different animations here. Okay, so I need to add new timelines. Global animation enemies. It's going to be in screen middle, using sprite 1, normal speed, with an animation target, sure. Okay, I see. I guess that is if. Yeah. Bottom. Global and enemy. Global and enemies. Global and friends. So that way, if I make an attack that targets only friends, it's gonna play this animation in the bottom of the screen. So I can make the animation sort of like, you know, just kind of burst on in the bottom. Yeah. Else it's centered in the middle of the screen for enemies. And this is only if there is an animation, he plays it, otherwise it never does. There you go. Okay. Alright, I'll make a quick animation just to test this. I'll make some sort of big fire attack. Not that. Straw mutant. No. Yeah, this is the screen, I think. This, I think, should be the size of the screen. I know that's the top of the screen, but that's fine. That's what I want. So I'll make a really quick explosion animation, just so I can test this new system here. Animations. Fire blast. These. Alright, so I'll make a quick animation here. There you go. Professional artist, ladies and gents. Hey, Omar Patrona and Bernier. That's right, it's still alive. I've been streaming on Twitch this whole time. I basically stopped uploading YouTube videos when they decided to just completely demonetize all channels that didn't have enough views. I mean, I was already making basically no money, but they just removed all possibility that I ever would make any money at all on YouTube. So, you know. That just kind of made me lose interest. Yep. Not only I'm still working on it, I have a publisher. They haven't quite officially announced the game yet, though. So I'm not... So, this should do as a little example animation to test out that new system. Something like that. Alright, let's test out this. So I'm just going to import it real quick into animations. Battle animations. Magic. SDR. And test Fire Blast. This is just a little test. This is just a little test stream. I'll be doing the real test, the real stream tonight. So I normally stream at 9. Fire blast enemies. Why is it not showing up? Oh, okay. It's just it just starts on a weird frame. Yeah, Fire Blast enemies. There you go. Center that. Whoops, it's not quite centered actually, but not a big deal. Alright, and I'll just make... Yeah, I'll make a new spell that just quickly uses that attack. So Fire Element spell. And there's Fireball, Burning Weapon, Burn, Fiery Volley. I'll make Fireball use that actually. So Flame Arrow, Fireball, yeah, Fireball here. So global and an enemy is going to be SPR, and in test Fire Blast. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. And then I'll try to give that ability to enemies so that they shoot back to us. For the most part, it's because I'm way more familiar with Game Maker. I started this project in RPG Maker back then because it was kind of an excuse to try out the newer version just to see how it changed. But as the project grew and became more serious, I decided to just remake it all in Game Maker. So it's been a Game Maker project for 2 years now. Oh, I got some errors here. Let's see. This is... Oh, there's the problem. Let's try this again. But yeah, the project has grown quite a bit since 2 years ago, since the RPG Maker version. It's almost unrecognizable. It's widescreen for one. It's a little more dynamic. It's a little more smooth. I mean, it's still turn-based. It's not. It hasn't turned into like an action game or anything. But there's stuff like when you start a battle with enemies, instead of each enemy sort of turning into a little group, it actually grabs the enemies that are near you and builds an encounter dynamically based on nearby monsters when you touch one of them. Which you could do in RPG Maker, but in RPG Maker it would have needed to be something kind of handmade, or it would need to use it would need to bypass a lot of RPG Maker's own systems. Alright, so let's test this out. I'm gonna warp here. So I'm gonna use some cheats here to give myself a party that can cast these spells. And I'm gonna shoot the fireball here. I'm gonna wait for them to get closer. Just gonna block with everyone. Okay, now I'm going to shoot the fireball with Gladys. Oh wait, maybe that's Flame Volley actually. Shit, I might have given her the wrong spell. Oh, there's a crash? Oh. Ah, okay. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Okay. What is this target here? I think this might be a list of... Nope, it's not a list. Huh. Let's see where this is from. This is playing an animation. Okay, I think... yeah, I think I set up the animation wrong. Yeah, no, I actually put a bunch of spells there that I was testing. A bunch of special abilities and stuff. Goddess doesn't actually have all of those spells. Yeah, was that actually... Oh, that's Great Flame. Oh, there's like two descriptions for some reason here. Okay, let's check. Yes, so I think this here might have been wrong. Yeah, action target, I think is supposed to be a list. Yeah, I think that's the problem. This here is supposed to be a list. It should look for sample target instead. Yeah, sample target, sample target. I mean, I don't actually need a target for this because it's supposed to be a global animation instead of a specific animation, but I mean, you know, I can still put a target there. Yeah, it's definitely gonna go to Steam. I mean, you know, we got a bunch of different target platforms, and it would be quite foolish to not put it on the biggest PC platform. I mean, unless Epic gives me a bunch of money. I mean, jeez. Who would say no to that? Let's see here. Let's try that again. Fire Blast. Ah! Oh! Okay, that was not right. Hmm. That's I'm gonna put a breakpoint to see how that happened here. So I'm pretty sure this, because it looked like it was targeting friends instead of enemies here, so I'm gonna put a breakpoint here, and let's see. Let's try that again. Oh, it just didn't even, yeah, okay. So it skipped that entirely? What? How did that happen? How did it not even stop here? That's weird. Let's try casting that spell on these guys. Okay. Again, yeah, defend. And okay, I'm gonna put a breakpoint like way up here, because apparently it missed a bunch of stuff here. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, at least it got there. So let's go down and see. Yeah, okay. So it's going over all of them, and right now includes enemies is true, includes friends is false. Okay, that's good. That's how it should be. Let's wait until it reaches battle menu. Okay, then action ID. That's 452. So that should be down here. That should be in default, because I'm pretty sure I did not put a specific action anywhere down there. Yeah. Yeah, this is not any of these. So that should, yeah, it's really weird that it skipped over this breakpoint that was here. It really shouldn't have. Okay, there it is. Now, includes enemies is true, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that should all be correct here. Get out of there. Okay, now it creates a battle animation. Okay, so next step where I want to be, I'm going to go in global enemies here. I'm gonna put a breakpoint right there. Let's see. Okay. Now, let's see what it's doing with screen mid. Where is it gonna place the animation? Hey, Super Wee Bros. Yeah, because I usually stream on Twitch. Okay, so here it's trying to find the X and Y of the screen. Oh, but it's using the view position. That's probably the problem. Yeah, okay. I think that's the problem. It's finding the view in the screen, but I think this might be busted. Yeah. I think that... Yeah, that doesn't work. You can use the view for this. Like, let's see. Target X would be 82. Yeah, because this is actually not using the screen position. Yeah. Oh, well, thanks, Super Wee Bros. I'm really glad to hear that. Okay, so screen bottom and screen top. So screen top, yeah, this is all wrong here. That's the problem. So screen bottom would be screen top would be 206 and 0. Screen bottom would be 206 and screen middle would be 206, and let's see, where's the middle of that? 206. 85. Yeah, so that should do it. Yeah, I need to just hard code these basically. That should work. Okay. So I think that should work. I can remove all the breakpoints and test this again. And now the fire explosion should be placed correctly. So like I said earlier, though, this is just a short little stream. I was just testing out the YouTube. I was just testing out the YouTube thing for it. I'm gonna be the actual stream is gonna be tonight at 8. So in 4 hours. This is just a little test to see if I can make this work. Load game. No, new game. Party of 5. And then next is going to be, so I think I forgot to remove some breakpoints. Yeah, so after that I'm going to need to test animations for when enemies attack the party. Oh, is that another breakpoint? Yep. Let's remove these. Yeah, that worked. Yeah, it's just that there's 2 different animations right now. There shouldn't be. Because it's still using the previous animation as well. Yeah. So again, Fire Blast, boom. But yeah, now it's got 2 unrelated animations. Let's see what happens if I remove the fireballs. It might break, actually, if I just remove the fireballs. If I remove attack anim from this. Let's say attack anim is no one. And instead there's only impact anims. Just impact animations. So just that on everything that gets hit. Yeah, we'll see. Well, let's see what that does. Because it needs to not require the attack animation, right? The global animation should be possible to only have the global animation. But I'm not sure if yeah, I might need to add a few more checks and things to it to allow that. So, new game. Party 5. Block. Okay, there was a bit of a delay. There was a bit of an awkward delay. But, I mean, it worked. That wasn't too bad. And I can probably just tweak that delay. Because I made a thing to allow me to have... yeah, I did put a thing to allow me to have this delay between... So I basically added that there is a parallel animation stack, a list of parallel animations, parallel processes that don't... So, and when an attack animation reaches a certain point, I move it out of the normal animation sequence and into the parallel animations list, which allows the next animation to begin, and that allows animations to overlap. That's what I did just yesterday, and it works really well. Now animations can overlap a little bit, and that allows for battle animations to be a little bit quicker. And if someone has a weapon and does like several hits with that weapon, or has two weapons and attacks with both of them, that puts a little bit more speed to it. Kind of chains the animations a little bit more smoothly. It makes things a little bit faster that way. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna tweak the test fire blast to have a little bit less delay to it, and we'll see if that makes this a little more snappy. So I have battle animations here. So this is my battle animations object. So I temporarily made the battle animations a little bit longer just to test out this. Is that something I said? About what was it? So yeah, the animations are now they end by 15 frames, and then it starts being a parallel animation 10 frames after it began, but that's the default for melee attacks and everything. For this fire blast thing, actually I might be able to do the same thing for that. But yeah, for the fire blast, so case SPR anim tests fire blast. So I'm gonna put a region for projectile effects. So for that explosion, it's going to be just a little bit longer than a normal. Oh, misadventurous. It's been a while. Okay. That's right. At least for one day, I might drop by YouTube every once in a while. It's just a special. I usually stream on Twitch, but you know, circumstances today are a little different. Because Jeff Bezos sucks. I can't. I'm not allowed because of my Twitch. My Twitch contract says that I can't do it. But I am allowed to only stream on YouTube. I just can't do both. I can't split the stream in two. Yeah. So let's party 5. Yeah, YouTube basically said. I mean, the Twitch. I mean, I guess I'm not allowed to talk about the agreement, but which is pretty stupid. It's not just streaming on Twitch that forces you into that. It's specifically being a partner on Twitch. So people who just stream on both but aren't partners, they don't have any. They haven't signed anything forcing them that at all. And also, it's only temporary, so you still have the right to upload your stream somewhere else after it's done. I think there's just like a 24-hour wait period or something like that. Okay, the delay was a little bit better. It was a little bit better there. But I think it's also not clear whether Twitch has ever actually enforced that clause. I think I actually looked it up just before starting. Just before starting this, like 20 minutes before, I actually spent the time to go and check the agreement and look up online. And yeah, the agreement. I mean, it's a little bit ambiguous, but how much of the game is placeholders? There's a lot of placeholder. There's a lot of placeholders. I have a lot of monsters. I have over 400 monsters. That was last time I counted, which was like more than a year ago. I counted 400 monsters. There's probably at least 500 now. But everything else has a lot more placeholders, and there's a lot of enemies that I'm not yet sure exactly how I'm going to implement their sprites, and whether I'm going to give them like different distances as they move closer, or if I need to give them poses and everything. So those enemies, even though I have their sprites, I'll probably leave them as placeholders before I'm completely done designing them. So yeah, I'm still going to be using placeholders a lot for most of this for quite a while. So let's try to tighten this animation even further. So animation is going to end after 10, but parallel start's going to end after like 5. I started working on this game like I think the same year that I started making art assets for Barkley, right? I think it was later that same year, wasn't it? Or maybe it was the year after. Um, I mean, I think it was like 2013. I don't remember. Anyway, um, and I only but for most of that time, it was just a side project that I worked on in the weekends. That's why I called it Weekend RPG for a long time. And I only got a publisher since last October, basically, that I've been sort of contracted with a publisher. And that's only then, well, actually, it started a few months before that I really started working on it full time. So I've been working full time on this for about a year now. And I'm planning for like about 2 years. So 2 years from the time that last October was kind of the original plan, and we'll see how, as I continue working on this, how realistic this is. So let's test this out now with a slightly tighter animation. So again, party level 5. Yep. There was a tiny little teaser of the game. It showed up for like 2 frames. The timing of that was a little weird. Oh, I think part of it is that it still has attack sounds. That makes it weird. I've been on YouTube for a while. I just kind of stopped. Putting things on YouTube when they stopped when they changed their monetization rules and made it that you need to have like at least 20,000 watch hours a month or something to be monetized. So I just fucking stopped putting up videos then, because screw that. So I've been streaming on Twitch instead. Cast, yeah, I'm gonna remove cast sound, hit sound. So how am I gonna do that actually? Okay, so I have 2 parameters for sounds when there's a spell. There is a parameter for when you cast the spell, and there's a parameter for when the spell hits something. Okay? Problem is that for attack animations, there can be both a global attack animation and a specific attack animation. And so, do I need to add another? I might need to add another sound. Yeah, cast sound might need to be separate from like shoot sound, I guess. So what happens is, say you have a spell, right? And the spell, like, it casts a big blast that shoots a bunch of little projectiles at all enemies. And then enemies are hit, right? So that might need 3 sounds. First, the initial sound for the cast. So the single sound that plays just once at the start of the spell. Then an additional sound for when each projectile is fired. and then an additional sound for when each projectile hits a target. So yeah, I think I need 3 sounds for attack animations. And some of these are going to be missing sometimes, so sometimes there might be just a cast sound without a shooting sound. Sometimes there might be just a shooting sound and not a catch sound. So yeah, I think that makes sense. So I need to add another parameter. I keep adding more parameters to these, to every spell and everything, as I realize I need more stuff. So yeah, I'm going to need another parameter. This is all the parameters for all the data that each like spell and item and ability and everything can have. It's all the parameters. There's a lot. So let's go to sounds. So yeah, if there's even more, right? So there's sound on cast, on hit, on pickup, and on place down. So on cast is also used for like the swing animation on a sword. Yeah, so I guess it's gonna be dB sound on swing, I guess. So cast is going to be the first. Hey Bart, how's it going? So yeah, cast is going to be the one sound that plays at the beginning. And no matter how many hits or how many projectiles or whatever, it's only used once. On swing is going to be for every projectile or every swing of the sword, etc. And on hit is every impact that doesn't miss, right? So I need to not only add a new parameter, but also need to change them. Because I need to basically change all the on cast to be on swing, and then on cast is like a new unused parameter that I need to place at specific ones. Right? Okay, that makes sense. Now, like I said earlier, though, this is just a little test stream. The real stream is going to be tonight. I was just trying out to see if my YouTube setup works for tonight, and I'm going to be stopping the stream now, but I'm going to schedule the real stream. It's going to be tonight at 8. So it's 3 hours and 30 minutes from now. It's going to be the real stream. This game. It's only lore. This is the lore game. There's no meaning, only lore. This is the game. No meaning, only lore. The lore never ends. The lore flows freely. Alright, but yeah, so thanks for stopping by this little test stream. Like I said, the real one's going to be tonight. So I'm going to schedule it right away. It's going to be at 8 p.m. EST, so don't miss it. So thanks for watching, everybody, and take care.